I wish I could pull up. I can't pull up my tabs obviously now, but I saw there's a bunch of journalists that want to beat the shit out of Grummz now.
Can you send the link to me and I can share it, and then
They started a fund.
I can't send anything.
Seriously?
Yeah, they started a fund. It's the Kick Grummz in the Nads fund. I don't know what I can say.
What?
Yeah, they want to kick me in the balls, and it started by this one journalist, Easby is his name, and then a bunch chimed in and said, "I'll donate." And then someone else on my feed says, some people pay good money for that, Mark.
You've seen what these people look like, though.
So wait,
I wouldn't be worried.
They're giving money.
Could beat them up.
Are they going to pay somebody to kick you in the ball?
It's a malicious joke, right? It's a half joke, half thing.
Okay.
But they're talking about a fund to basically beat me up. So, yeah, it's crazy. I do get death threats that are ranging from half joking to sincere, and all the way to one crazy guy who actually has a record that I've actually had to take some precautions about. So it's kind of nuts out there. Kind of nuts.
Yeah, what was on his record?
Kick me in the nuts. Armed robbery.
What was on his record?
Armed bank robbery.
Oh wow.
Jesus. Armed bank robbery.
Bank robbery?
Yeah.
And what's he mad at you about?
Well, he doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever people are mad at me about, he's going to join in.
Okay.
Right.
God.
So Grummz,
you got a bank robber after you, bro. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Just switchblade.
You really think about it.
The next question is, Grummz, how much does the super chat need to be for someone to kick you in the balls?
Well, I don't know. Every man has his price. $1,000.
Are you done having children? Are you done?
Yeah,
you got that out of your
I'm
system?
done with kids. So this is
all right. So you don't need them anymore.
Oh, yeah, and natural vasectomy.
Kicking the balls.
We'll give you the natural vasectomy.
Yeah. Maybe it's got to be around 10 million. I think 10 million will do it.
10 million. Come on, man, you do it for $1 million.
Those are some expensive balls.
No. CEOs have a different level, man. It's just
golden nuts.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah.
So Grummz, you were talking about before about the hit pieces coming. What's happening with those?
Well, so I mean, the editor-in-chief of Second Wind has been tweeting about me constantly for the past 2 weeks or so, publicly saying that they're working on a video that's going to drop probably this Thursday is their regular upload schedule. But I know that he and Alyssa have been in my Discord, basically trying to talk to people and recording everything I say there in our chief chats and stuff. So the community is aware of that, and we say hello, and so I expect this to be a coordinated piece. I think Alyssa will do something in Kotaku print wise, and I think that Second Wind's going to drop a video wise. So they're gearing up for that, and they're dredging up stuff that I've long discussed from like 10, 20 years ago, and then they're going after the new game, of course, and they're being really weird about it. So they're actually like taking some backers who had issues in the past, but those have all been smoothed over, and those backers are saying, no, we're cool with it now. And then they turn around, or this editor-in-chief guy is turning around saying and mocking them for it, saying, yeah, you're changing your story now, either because you're biased against us, or you're on the take from Grummz or something like that. So they won't let them retract their statements or anything, and they're just laughing at them for it. So I don't
see what the Second Wind guy could even what could the hit piece be even about Ember?
I think that they're going to talk about Ember, because we've had our ups and downs in that. We're in the middle of a soft relaunch, and they've said some things that are really misleading about it, like, oh, we're taking backer packs. No, I took those down back in November during the soft relaunch, and he didn't even bother to click the link to see if they were active. He had to dig behind the webpage. There's no link to it to get to that page in the first place. And there's a bunch of stuff like that. So the picture they're trying to paint is, oh, Mark has a tattered past of delivering games, and they're going after Firefall, again, of all things, which isn't even on my bio because what they shipped wasn't the game I designed, which was the most popular version of Firefall. It had a lot of beta players, and those are my customers now, people who missed the game and wanted to be that way. But when the owners decided to make WoW with guns and we parted ways, they changed the game before it even launched, and the game tanked 2 years later, even after many radical changes as they tried to save it. And they really should have just stuck to the original vision and it would have been fine. So they're dredging up all this stuff from the past and they're trying to connect it to the current project. And I'm like, you know what? Let the current project stay on its own because we do milestone-based funding. It's not like a Kickstarter where you raise a bunch of money and say, this is all we need to do the game, because that's never enough to do the game. So we said, let's break it into milestones like publishers handle studios. They pay them, on you deliver X, we get the next tranche of funding and so on and so forth. And if I don't deliver, then you don't fund, right? And they're saying, oh, that goes against terms of service of Indiegogo. It's like, no, the backers came up with those goals and
I think I saw you on you're on Side Scrollers, I think, and you said that your Ember game is going to be, you basically want it to be like Helldivers, but with like robots on a single planet, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but this is, look,
like
I
that?
had this concept. Yeah, I had this concept for a sort of large scale planetary war game where it's all the players in co-op mode versus sort of like this insane AI that's trying to destroy everybody. And it's a game where you can capture and terraform and uncover parts of the planet and build bases, and the enemy can strategically attack your resource points and your bases and everything else to take that back. So you have this push-pull going on, and the movement mechanics are very much based off of old Firefall, which is very much like Tribes meets Jetpacks meets, high mobility. So this is, the setting of the game, and Helldiver, and I had a hard time explaining it because people didn't know what the hell I was talking about until Helldivers came along, and they're doing a meta game, right? They got the meta game with the Galactic Warfare map. And I said, oh, thank you, Helldivers, because now I can say, see the meta game with Helldivers? It's like that, but we're much more focused on that meta war. It's a lot richer than Helldivers is. So that's basically where we're at. So the hit piece is basically they're trying to go after Ember. Basically, that's their whole thing. And why do this? Why, it's such a small project, and it's been sleepy for a while. Why is this all coming up, and why do they want to go back 10 years to like Firefall and beyond that? At this current juncture, I think that's really strange. And why are they not listening to the backers who say, no, we're actually satisfied, and deciding to run with earlier statements where we had a period where we had a little bit of a falling out?
Yep. Interesting. I don't know, man.
So anyways, it doesn't really,
for straws.
It doesn't matter because they actually have zero influence. And you know what cures all in gaming? Delivering a good game, delivering a good demo. So whatever damage they can do right now, as soon as our, next couple of demos drop, and if they're good, everyone's going to be happy and no one's going to remember the past. This is, you can turn on a dime here. Look at how Final Fantasy got a soft reboot. Final Fantasy 14. Yep. Look at how No Man's Sky turned it around. They say you're only as good as your last game. Well, you're actually as good as your next demo. So,
look at Helldivers even.
Tell me about that. Did that have a problem?
No, well, man, even the developer came out and said, like, we're going to have server issues, blah, blah, blah. He was actually telling people not to buy the game. The guy that made the game was telling people, don't buy this game because we're going to have issues. There's going to be server issues. That didn't stop people because the word of mouth got around. I'm obsessed with the game, right? And it's so good and so much fun to play that even with the issues, I've even had issues. Even with the issues, it's like, I'm coming back. Like, there's... at least the developer didn't come out and actually say, oh, the game's fine, we're doing great, fuck you people that are, saying that you're having issues. None of that shit's going on.
Yeah, Helldivers is incredible. Like, I'm someone that's mostly single player. Like, this entire time on this stream, I've been playing Rise of the Ronin in the background, single player game. Like, Helldivers, Flash, and Nina Infinity, and that Star Wars girl, we played that game for hours yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, dude.
It's so much fun.
It is.
How do you like Rise of the Ronin?
I'm enjoying it. I'm in the last region. You have 3 major open world regions, Yokohama, Edo, and Kyoto. And the story's about, like, the West invades Japan, basically, like historically, and they bring guns and gunpowder and all that, and they're trying to establish trade. And then the Japanese are fighting all the infighting, and they're trying to push the Western influence out. And you can pick which side you want to side with. It's made by Team Ninja Gaiden, so the gameplay is very similar to Neo. If everyone's played Neo before, or Wo Long, which came out last year, also Team Ninja. So yeah, it's fun. I'm just like, cleaning up the map while I'm talking to you guys, just finding cats and taking photos and clearing out bandit camps. And
Did you say finding cats?
Yeah, they're collectibles, little cats. You collect cats and then you send them out on missions to get you items. Yeah.
Do you play as a girl?
Actually, in Rise of the Ronin, you actually make two playable characters, their brother and sister, and then you get to pick which character you want to be, and then the other character kind of becomes like a sort of like antagonist for the game. It's cool.